Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Before we start our lessons, let's pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, today lesson number 19. So we are talking about arupa jhanas, immaterial jhanas. So today I want to distinguish between rupa and arupa jhanas. So fine material and immaterial jhana. So during rupa jhanas, so the meditator remains aware of the body. So this is when you attain rupa jhana, so you still have awareness of the body. So you can feel rapture and pleasure in your body. But of course, the moment you attain the fifth jhana, there's no rapture, no pleasure, just equanimous feeling. But you still have awareness of your body. So this is a so characteristics of rupa jhana. For that reason, we call it fine material jhana. Fine material jhana. You still have a refined material phenomena. You still have aware of fine material. But during the arupa jhanas, sensation of the body totally cease. So you don't have any type of sensation. You're not aware of your body anymore, because so when we study the first arupa jhana, the first immaterial jhana, we use the word perception of form. Perception of form totally cease. So that means you don't have any sensation about your body, because your meditation object is not a body. So you have to overcome it. Otherwise, you cannot attain arupa jhana. So this is a significant difference between rupa and arupa jhana. So when you're practicing rupa jhana, fine material jhana, you still have a sensation of your body. You still feel rapture. You still feel pleasure. You still feel equanimous feeling regarding with your body. But the moment you attain arupa jhana, no more perception. So there's no sensation. You do not aware of your body. Totally, you overcome perception of form. So this is a difference between rupa and arupa jhana. Okay, so last week we talk about how to say that the Akasina meditation method. So we have been talking that. So actually, I have already talked the first immaterial jhana, but I will repeat it a little bit so that you have a connection. So when you talk about second arupa jhanas. So last week we talk about the meditator use the art device, trying to concentrate on the Akasina. Then close his eye, then he can see the akasina is mine. Then develop concentrations. So all his attention to akasina. Then because of development of concentrations, his mind, he trying to remove 5 hindrances one by one. So the more 5 hindrances getting less and less, the mind getting brighter and brighter. So as a result of brighter mind, the akasina became brighter and brighter because the akasina is a reflection of the mind. So for that reason, meditator trying to just concentrate on that akasina. Here, akasina is no more material form. It is the image of the mind. The mind created that image. So it became brighter and brighter. So just keep on concentrating on that bright and luminous case. So if all the hindrances are eradicated, then 5 jhana factors getting distinguished. Then the meditator attain the first rupa jhana. Then trying to master the first rupa jhana. Then trying to concentrate the akasina again. So by overcoming vitaka, so meditator will attain second jhana. So by overcoming vichara, meditator will attain third jhana. Overcoming rapture, the fourth jhana. Overcoming pleasure, the fifth jhana. So wherever jhana he attained, he have to try to master it. He trying to be very skillful in that jhana. So then only he will move to next level. So here, so the meditator is trying to concentrate on the akasina, which is a luminous and bright circle. We call it nimitta. So just concentrate on that nimitta. Then those who want to attain arupa jhana, so he have to overcome perception of form. Perception of form. So at the moment of the fourth jhana, at the moment of the fifth rupa jhana, meditator still have connection with the body, still awareness of the body. Then by using nimitta, the akasina nimitta, then he want to attain arupa jhana. For that reason, he concentrate on that kasina. He trying to make it smaller, make it bigger. So those who want to attain arupa jhana, so the meditator have to, how to say that, extend the akasina device, the akasina nimitta. Then trying to extend a little by little, step by step. So it became very big. So the akasina, illuminate and bright circle, a very big one. Those who want to attain arupa jhana, he have to overcome perception of form. For that reason, he trying to, without paying attention to the luminous bright circle, so he imagine in his mind infinite space. So earlier he was concentrating on luminous and bright, the akasina nimitta. But now, without paying attention to that nimitta, he trying to imagine in his mind. This is infinite space for many times. So all his attention, so using that akasina as a infinite space, trying to develop concentrations, trying to concentrate on infinite space, infinite space. So by doing so, luminous and bright big circle became infinite space, infinite space. So if there's no perception of form in the meditator mind, if infinite space arises in the meditator mind, then he attained the first arupa jhana. So the first arupa jhana is the base of infinite space. The base of infinite space. So in the Sutta, the Buddha said that if you want to attain the first arupa jhana, so you have to overcome the perception of form. The moment one attains arupa jhana, the perception of form has ceased. If you still have perception of form, perception of your body, if there is connection to your body, you are not in arupa jhana yet. Only perception of form cease, then you attain arupa jhana. So here, our meditation object is infinite space. So earlier you trying to expand bright and luminate the Akasina Nimeda, a very big one. Then you trying to, without attention to the, without thinking about luminate Nimeda, then you imagine in your mind, this is the Akasina, this is the infinite space, this is the infinite space. So the mind very powerful with the power of the concentrations. Because of that, wherever meditator think about it, it became like this. So actually here, infinite space is the image of the mind. Even earlier, luminate nimeta also the image of the mind. Now, the meditator mind, without thinking luminate nimeta, he trying to think, this is infinite space, infinite space. With the power of the mind, it became infinite space. So the mind is just concentrate on infinite space. No more, actually there's no more any other object in his mind. So actually, when we read the Sutta, you will see this one. With the complete surmounting of perception of form. So that means complete, totally, you overcome all these perception of form. So your mind is not thinking luminate nimeta anymore. Actually, luminate nimeta is a form in your mind. And also, there's no connection with your body as well. With a complete surmounting of perception of form. With the passing away of perception of sensory impingement. So there's no sensory impingement in your body. With the non-attention to the perception of diversity. Perception of diversity. So actually, all your attention go to infinite space. The base of infinite space. Here, the base here means the object of meditation. The base of infinite space. Perceiving that meditation object as a space is infinite. Space is infinite, or infinite space, infinite space. So if meditator is meditating on nimeta as a infinite space, later on, all perception, all thinking about as a form totally disappear. In the meditator mind, that nimeta became infinite space, infinite space. So all the attention, now the object, the meditation object is infinite space. So when actually you can meditate on infinite space for many hours, many hours. You can concentrate on infinite space, 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, 2 day, 7 days. As a human being, 7 days. Because if you after 7 days, your body cannot take it. You need to eat it. Only 7 days. So this is a very powerful jhana. You can stay using infinite space object for many hours. So this is the power of the mind. Power of the mind. For that reason, the Buddha said that. So it will be, it is inconceivable to know about the mind of the people who attain jhana. So this is one of the inconceivable thing. So it is, we can call it attakavachara, beyond logical reasoning. Beyond logical reasoning. Actually, there are many things in Buddhism, not only in Buddhism, but also other religions as well. So there are many things that cannot be measured with the physical thing, beyond logical reasoning. So this is the first arupajhana. Actually, what I'm talking is just in theory from the book. If you want to know, then you, I think you need to listen what the meditators say. So when Paul Sierra went to America, USA, so one of the meditator asked, is it possible to concentrate on the infinite space? So Paul Sierra said that, yes, of course. You can stay using only that object for many hours, many hours. It's possible, but if we are thinking with the normal mind, of course, logical reason, beyond logical reasoning. Okay. Second one is the base of infinite consciousness. The base of infinite consciousness. But here, the base here means the meditator, the base or the meditator, meditation object. And the first arupa jhana, the meditation object is infinite space. Meditator is trying to concentrate on the infinite space. Now, so you want to, if someone want to attain second jhana, need to change his meditation object. So here, his meditation object is infinite consciousness. Infinite consciousness. So in the Sutta, the Buddha said that for one who has attained the base of the infinity of consciousness, so yeah, second arupajhana, the perception pertaining to the base of infinity of space has ceased. So that means at the moment during the first arupajhana, meditator is focusing on infinite space. If the meditator want to attain second arupajhana, need to overcome it. Need to overcome the object of infinite space. So he have to change his meditation object. Earlier, actually, infinite space is panyati, a concept. So the mind created that infinite space. It's not a real one. So the mind created it, panyati. But now, when meditator want to attain second arupajhana, so his meditation object will be infinite consciousness. Now he is a real consciousness, real one, consciousness. Okay, let's look at the suttas. By completely surmounting the base of infinity of space. Perceiving consciousness is infinite. Ananda Vijnana. Consciousness is infinite. He enters and dwells in the base of the infinity of consciousness. Actually, when you read the Sutta, you will see only this one. So for that reason, we need to rely on commentary explanation. So, but here, meditation is development. You trying to develop mindfulness and concentration many times, millions and billions of times. That's called meditation. Now, during the first Arupa jhana, meditator trying to develop his concentration and mindfulness and all his attention to infinite space. Then he went to move to next level. Then instead of focusing on infinite space, he directed his mind to the consciousness, to the mind that is concentrating on infinite space. During the Arupa the first jhana, meditator object of meditation is infinite space. When you want to attain second jhana, you have to direct your mind to the mind or consciousness, we call it consciousness, that is concentrating on the infinite space. Now direction change, right? Earlier, all the attention of meditator go to infinite space object. Now, he is concentrated on the consciousness or the mind that know infinite space. Direction move up to consciousness. So the mind know infinite consciousness. And for that reason, the mind which know infinite consciousness also infinite. So for that reason, we use the word consciousness is infinite. So the mind is so powerful that it can concentrate on infinite space. So for that reason, the mind itself became infinite. So the meditator trying to direct his mind, direct all his attention to the consciousness. So all his attention to the consciousness. So here, you might think that there may be two minds, infinite consciousness and another consciousness which is observing. Actually, they are not arising at the same time. So earlier consciousness, which focusing on infinite space, right? So earlier, the first consciousness. The another follower consciousness look at infinite space. So infinite consciousness, that consciousness. So here, the meditation object is consciousness, infinite consciousness. It's very, very subtle one. So by concentrating on all his attention to the consciousness, to the infinite consciousness, he can stay many hours. So this is the power of the mind. So by that time, so the meditator will not know anything outside. He is walking on his mind. All his attention go to the consciousness or the mind that know infinite space. So the moment you overcome infinite space, the moment you're not thinking about infinite space, the moment your mind just purely focus on infinite consciousness, then you attain second arupa jhana. Second arupa jhana. So walking, only the mind is walking. Only the mind is walking. Very subtle one. So for that reason here, the Buddha said that perceiving in the mind, consciousness is infinite. It enters and dwells in the base of infinity of consciousness. Okay, up to here, any question? Any question? Anyone who want to ask question? The first and second arupa jhana. Okay, teacher Lee.
Good afternoon, Bhante.
Yeah.
For when we are doing meditation, is it true that there's one mind looking at the other mind?
Yeah.
One mind.
Yeah, right now, right now, at the moment of second arupa jhana, So,
how could there be
sorry?
two minds? How could there be one mind looking at the other mind?
Actually, it's not a two minds are not arising at the same time.
Yeah.
So suppose we can look at our mind. So suppose when we are angry, and we can look at the anger with another mind. So another mind means there's no two mind movement. Anger already disappear. And follow up mind, look at that anger. So that means anger already disappear. But follow up mind, so we can call it is mindfulness. Mindfulness look at the anger which is already disappear. So here also the same thing. So the mind is concentrated on infinite space. So there are a lot of mind, which is concentrated on infinite space at the moment of arupa jhana, the first arupa jhana. But in the second arupa jhana, so the mind, that means not two mind arises at the time. One mind which is focusing on infinite space disappear, then follow-up mind trying to look at that consciousness, which is already disappear. So by just focusing on that infinite space, so infinite consciousness, then one attains second arupa jhana. Okay. Any question? Okay, if no question, let's continue. But of course, this is a very difficult topic. Those who, okay, see how.
Yeah, Bhante.
Yeah.
Can I just check with this? Good evening, Bhante. Sorry.
Hi,
yeah, can I just check with this immaterial sphere? That means you meditating on a base of infinite space or infinite consciousness. How do you explain it in terms of the process of the consciousness? Will you be touching on this? The one about the everything process, the everything and determining.
Oh, so that means the how the mind process, right?
Yeah,
mind.
Because now I suppose that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because now I suppose there's no object, isn't it? So there's no object at all. So how
no.
does
The infinite space? Infinite space is an object.
Is an object.
Yeah.
I thought it's a space.
I know. The mind is concentrated on that infinite space. So infinite space is a meditation object.
So it's not a space. Space means there's no object. If
so
you want to say.
No. Actually, yeah, of course, the space is not a real one. So space here me. So the meditator trying to imagine a shining and luminous big circle as a space. So the nimitta became space. So that space itself became the object of meditation. So that means the base of meditation, based on that infinite space, then you are meditating. So don't think with the English usage. Yeah. Because it will be confusing with your using
English.
Space here me is nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Just a hollow one. Earlier at the time of nimitta, it is a shining and bright circle, a very big one.
Yes, that one I can see, so because
it can be the object of attachment. So for that reason, many meditators, they have attachment to that nimitta. So they like it, they enjoy to concentrate on that nimitta.
Okay.
But now, so when you attain arupa jhana, you have to remove that attachment to the nimitta. So for that reason, you try to imagine that nimitta as a space or hollow one. Space. So here, the object, what I'm referring to, the object here is the base of meditation, the place of meditation. So the meditator trying to focus on that infinite space.
Okay, quite complex, huh?
Yeah,
can.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. For mind process, we have to study in the fourth chapter. Okay, so this is a second arupa jhana, but that arupa jhana is more complex and also is a more subtle one. So here, the third immaterial jhana is the base of nothingness. The base of nothingness. I think you need to know what is nothingness. We'll explain it later. For one, the Buddha said, for one who has attained the base of nothingness, so that means the third arupa jhana, the perception pertaining to the base of infinity of consciousness has ceased. Now, during the second arupa jhana, meditator is focusing on infinite consciousness. If you want to go to third jhana, you have to change your direction, object of meditation. So actually, any type of meditation will be very, attractive, and also it attracts meditator mind. Meditator is enjoying to play with that meditation object. So that means the moment you attain second arupa jhana, you can stay many hours just paying attention one object. Then you have a bliss, the bliss of jhana. You don't need to do anything, just pay attention to only one thing. But here, when you want to go to next level, so when someone is skillful in one jhana, so you want to go next level. What are we next? What are we next level? So this is a quite normal. So suppose when you are attending the first class in your high school, you're very happy, you feel proud of it. So after you study 1 year, no, not you do not feel anything, you know, you want to go next level. So just like that, when meditator is skillful in the second arupa jhana, by, by practicing with the 5 type of mastery. And you want to go next. What will be next? What will be next? And that is the third arupa jhana. So when somebody want to attain the third arupa jhana, have to overcome the base of infinite space. Second jhana, meditator is focusing on infinite space. Then he need to change another object. That is the base of nothingness. So nothingness here me, I think, listen carefully because it's very confusing. Nothingness is nothing. So nothing here me, the moment meditator attains second arupa jhana, the moment meditator attains second arupa jhana, you do not see anything, any traces of the first arupa jhana. The moment you attain second arupa jhana, suppose you are in the second arupa jhana. At that moment, you do not see any traces of the first arupa jhana. You do not see any traces of space, or you do not see any mental feeling, or just mental feeling, mental feeling of the first arupa jhana. So for that reason, we use the word nothingness. So very confusing. Actually, meditator attains second arupa jhana. At that moment, in the meditator mind, there's nothing about the first arupa jhana. Now those who want to attain the third arupa jhana, his meditation object is nothingness. Nothingness of how to say that the first arupa jhana at the moment of second arupa jhana. So but quite subtle one. For normal people like us, it is difficult to contemplate something that exists. So when we are meditating on breathing is existing. Even that one, it is difficult to contemplate. But here, so the meditator is focusing on nothingness. So nothingness here me, the moment he attains second jhana. So there's nothing, there's no anything which is connected with the first arupa jhana. So contemplating on that nothingness, he developed concentration. He is developing concentration and mindfulness based on nothingness. So actually, if the meditator overcome the object of infinite consciousness, he will attain the third arupa jhana. The third arupa jhana is a little bit complex and also confusing. So the nature of arupa jhana is you have to overcome a meditation object. The first arupa jhana meditation object is infinite space. When you want to go to second jhana, you have to overcome it. Then the object of meditation during the second arupa jhana is infinite consciousness. Now, when you want to go to third arupa jhana, you need to overcome the meditation object of infinite consciousness. For that reason, you direct all your attention to the other meditation object. That is the base of nothingness. The moment you attain second arupa jhana, there's nothing and there's anything, there's any traces of the first arupa jhana. So anything about the first arupa jhana is totally gone at the moment of second arupa jhana. So those who want to attain the third arupa jhana, he focus that nothingness. That nothingness. Actually, the nothingness is not a real one. The mind created. So actually, it's, the mind is creating. So meditator mind is creating or imagine there's nothing. So the moment meditator overcome infinite consciousness, all his attention go to nothingness. Then he attained the third arupa jhana. Third arupa jhana. So I think let's look at the suttas. This is the third arupa jhana in the suttas. By completely surmounting the base of infinity of consciousness. So this is the object of second arupa jhana. Perceiving in the mind, there is nothing. There is nothing. So nothing, there is nothing here me. Nothing about the first arupa jhana. So at the moment of second arupa jhana, there's no traces of infinite space. There's no traces of any type of feeling or mental functions, which is related to infinite space. So in the second jhana, meditator mind is infinite consciousness. So for that reason, at that moment, second jhana moment, there's nothing about the first arupa jhana. So meditator just focus on that nothingness. Nothingness. Very subtle one. The more this is a, as I earlier said that for us, even we are concentrating on something that which is exist, like a breathing, difficult. Now the meditator in the rupa jhanas, he is in the rupa jhanas, so very powerful, a very still, a very calm. Because of that concentrated mind. So he can concentrate even to the nothingness. Nothingness. So this is a third arupa jhana. Any question? I hope you understand it. So the commentary give example simile of a meeting. So in a hall, the monks are how to say the meeting in a hall. So many monks. One kapia, one man, he was living nearby. He saw so many monks. Then another monk is asking him to buy something. So that man went out and buy that one. Then he came back. The moment he came back, the meeting is finished. So there's no more monks in the room. But so that guy, he think that there's no more monks in the meeting room. So, but in his mind, nothingness of the monk in the room. But here also, the moment meditator attain second arupa jhana, he observed there's nothing, any traces of the first arupa jhana. There's no any traces of infinite space. There is no any traces of feeling, perception, or mental functions, which is related to infinite space. So the meditator just focus on that nothingness. Then the moment he overcame infinite space, infinite consciousness, then all his attention focus on the nothingness. Then he attained the Arupa jhana. Trouble you.
Bhante,
Okay.
I'm very curious about the Rupa jhana followed by the Arupa jhana. It means to say that to go into Arupa jhana, you have to piggyback on the Rupa jhana, because you need to extend the form, you know, the kasina into something luminous. So does it mean that when a person goes into meditation, he always has to start from Rupa jhana before he can go into Arupa jhana?
You're right.
So he must always start, beginning, he will begin by looking at, for example, the earth kasina. So he always has to do that.
Yeah. Arupa jhana have to base on Rupa jhana. Without attaining Rupa jhana, you cannot go to Arupa jhana. So
you always have to start from Rupa jhana. So every time you meditate, you have to begin with the kasina.
Yeah, actually, when you are skillful in the kasina, you don't need to go back. Just close your eye. Just just imagine or just visualize kasina in your mind. It's very quick. It's very quick.
So you can actually skip. So once you have become very skillful, you can actually skip the Rupa jhana, and then straight away you can go and
no, you don't need to. You don't have to skip. I mean, you don't need to go and see kasina with the naked eye. So that means if you are skillful in the nimitta, you just close your eye, then you can visualize the kasina. So just work on that.
So that means you have to you should be able to straight away go into maybe third, or maybe go into the fourth jhana, fifth jhana. Then from Rupa, then you go into Arupa.
Yeah, you're right.
Now I understand. Thank you.
Okay. If no question, okay. One more passing. Teacher Michin.
Bhante, I think I would like to add in, not that the students get a misunderstanding of what Po Chua has said, because you cannot skip the jhanas. You cannot just simply go into the fourth jhana. You need to start from the very base, first, second, third jhana, because you need to eliminate the jhana factors one by one to the highest level, to the fifth jhana level, before you can actually go into the arupa jhana.
Yes.
Yeah. And even the 4 arupa jhanas, they are actually one after another. It's consequential. That's why the objects are actually can only go in this order. Bhante already explained very well already about the different levels.
Another one, when you read Mahaparinibbana Sutta, so you will see that, so the Buddha is jumping, jumping jhana. Suppose the Buddha start from the first jhana, then move to the fourth jhana. He can skip because he's very clever in it.
Yeah.
Just like a bicycle rider.
Yeah.
So for normal people, it's difficult to even ride the bicycle. But those are very skillful. They can do so many things. Yeah. Just like the Buddha, when you read the Mahaparinibbana Sutta.
Okay.
So the Buddha go to and fro and even jump. So like this. But of course, for normal people, have to go step by step. But It was very quick, very quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher Lily.
There's one question posted up on the chat group here.
Okay.
When one attains first rupa jhana, sensory perception has ceased, as mentioned in the earlier lesson.
Yeah.
He asked two questions here. One is, why one need to remove perception of body in the first arupa jhana before he can attain second arupa jhana? This is the first question.
Let me the first arupa jhana, right?
Yeah.
He is
Why one need to remove perception of body in the first arupa jhana before he can attain second arupa jhana? Why need to remove that? Remove the perception of body.
oh here the body here means form, not just our body. Not just the body here, the rupa. Rupa here means the form. The form can be anything, not just our body, anything you see with your eye. So actually, can you repeat the question again? Because actually, I'm worried that I may be asking, answering it wrongly.
Okay. When one attain first rupa jhana,
Rupa or arupa?
first rupa jhana.
Rupa jhana, the first rupa jhana. Okay.
One attain first rupa jhana, sensory perception has ceased, as mentioned in your earlier lesson. So he was asking why one need to remove perception of body in the first arupa jhana before he attains second arupa jhana.
Oh, I understand. The moment one attain the first rupa jhana, so you will not know how to say that. Your sensory physical fighters are totally shut down. So that means even somebody touch you, you will not know it. But so there is in the meditator mind, they have perception of form. He knows that there is a body in his mind. At the moment, during the rupa jhanas, meditator can feel rapture, joy, and pleasure and happiness in his body. So that means because he still have perception of form or body in his mind. So that means the physical door totally shut down here me. From outside experience, he will not know it. But in his mind, in the meditator mind, he have aware of his body. So he can stay happiness, joy, and rapture in his body. So that means during the rupa jhana, meditators still have perception of his body or thinking of his body. But when somebody meditator move to arupa jhana, immaterial jhanas, he have to overcome perception of his body. So perception of form. So that is different. So the moment meditator attain arupa jhana, immaterial jhana, he no longer have any perception, any thinking about his body. So the meditator is walking on two meditation objects. One is panyati or concept, the concept of space and concept of nothingness. Another one is the concept of the consciousness. So during the arupa jhana, here I think it's very important. During the arupa jhana, the object of meditation is only two. Panyati, concept, and consciousness. Only two. There's no body. But during the rupa jhana, 5 material jhana. Meditator have the concept of his body. Because of that, he can have a rapture, pleasure, etc. I hope you, yeah.
Second part of the question, can one still perceive the body if all the 5 sense doors already shut down when one attains first Rupa jhana?
Or just inside. So suppose you close your eye, then you look at your inside your body, then blood are circulating, then you see how to say everything inside your body, but you will not feel if somebody is touching your body. Suppose if you attain Rupa jhana, you are meditating, you are in jhana, somebody touch you, you will not know it. You will not know it. But of course, somebody attain higher jhana, just like the immaterial jhana. Even somebody put you, you will not know it. Because during the arupa jhana, meditation of only 2, concept and consciousness. Even, of course, when somebody attain the first rupa jhana, if somebody push you, you will fall from jhana, of course. But during arupa jhana, even somebody fall you, how to say, bring you somewhere, or even somebody put you, you will not come out from the jhana, because your concentration is so strong that you don't have a perception of body, perception of form. But that means during rupa jhana, perception of form is just your body, just inside. So that means somebody touch your body. If you are in jhana, you will not know it. You will not have any thinking or any perception. Okay, I hope my answer clarifies his question. Okay, so let's move to next one. The 4th arupa jhana. So the base of neither perception or non-perception. Neither perception or non-perception. But here 2 words. Neither perception. So during the 4th arupa jhana, your perception are almost gone. It seems like there's no perception. So even though the Buddha used the word perception, sanya, it also represents other cettas and cettasika as well. So actually, the Buddha used only one word, sanya or perception, but it represents citta and cettasika. But of course, perception is the most obvious one at that moment. At that moment. But here, neither perception. So during the 4th arupa jhana, as if there's no perception in the meditator mind. But here, in second one, no non-perception, but still have perception. Still have perception. So that means it is not so that there is no perception. Second, depend negative, right? Depend negative. You are not, depend negative means your question is not relevant, right? Suppose somebody asks you the question, he may feel that your question is not relevant, irrelevant. But I will say that your question is not irrelevant. So that means your question is relevant. So double negative, right? So here also, non perception, non perception, hear me. So the moment you attain the fourth arupa jhana, so it is not right that there's no perception. So that means they have a little bit of perception. So the base of neither perception or non-perception. Okay, I hope you understand. During this jhana, the meditator mind is so soft that, so settled that it look like there's no perception, no mind. It look like no mind, but still have a little bit of mental phenomena. So the moment one attain the first arupa jhana, he no longer have any thinking or perception about his body. So he is working on the mind and concept. But now, the fourth arupa jhana, when meditator arrive in this level, so subtle and so soft, it is difficult, so difficult that you cannot meditate, you cannot practice vipassana in this level. In one of the sutta, the Buddha said that you can practice nature tokananda in previous 7 stages of jhana. But when somebody reach this level, so cannot practice vipassana because your mind is almost empty. So in the Sutta, the Buddha said that for one who has attained the base of neither perception or non-perception, the perception pertaining to the base of nothingness cease. So that means if you want to attain the fourth arupa jhana, you need to overcome the perception of the base of nothingness. You have to overcome earlier meditation object. So in the Sutta, the Buddha said that by completely surmounting the base of nothingness, perceiving in the mind, this is peaceful, this is good. So actually, this is the way to meditate. This is peaceful, this is good. He enters and dwells in the base of neither perception or non-perception. So that means, suppose a meditator is in third arupa jhana. His meditation object is nothingness. You want to move to next level, then he have to change meditation object. Then his meditation object is the third arupa jhana. His mind is concentrating and focusing on the third arupa jhana consciousness. So, as I earlier said that, for normal people, it is even difficult to focus something that really exists. Now, at the moment of third arupa jhana, the meditator is meditating or concentrating on nothingness, something that do not exist. So his meditative mind is peaceful. His meditative mind is excellent. Those who want to go to the fourth arupa jhana have to praise the quality of third arupa jhana. So at the moment of third arupa jhana, meditative mind is so peaceful, so excellent that it can concentrate on even nothingness, something that do not exist. So now meditator meditator without thinking about nothingness, he directed his mind to the consciousness, that arupajana consciousness. So he practices, like the Buddha said that. So we have to focus on that arupajana consciousness. Have to praise. This is peaceful. This is excellent. This is peaceful. This is excellent. By contemplating and peace and goodness of that arupajana consciousness. If the meditator can overcome the object of nothingness, then he attained the fourth arupajana. So you can notice that if somebody want to go to next level during the second jhana, arupajana, we have to overcome earlier one. But here, meditator prays and try to contemplate the peace and goodness of third arupajana. So actually the commentary asks question, even though meditator want to attain the fourth arupajana, is there any attachment to the third arupajana? Third arupajana? So the commentary is mentioned, no attachment, because you want to go to next level. If somebody have attachment to the third arupajana, cannot go. Why he is praising? Why he is praising? Peaceful, excellent. Because the commentary gave, the story of a king. So a king go to around the country and inspecting. So in one place, he saw a sculptor who is making a beautiful, beautiful wooden picture. No, not wooden picture, wooden sculptor, right? Wooden sculpture. So it's very beautiful. And he is praising to the sculptor. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Then by praising sculptor, so the king himself doesn't want to become like a sculptor. He just praising the workmanship of sculptor. So just like that, even though the meditator is praising and trying to focusing, this is peaceful, this is excellent, praising the goodness of that arupajana, no attachment, because he used as a stepping stone. Then if in the meditator mind there's no attachment to the, if there is no thinking about nothingness, then he attained the fourth arupajana. So in this level, as I earlier said, in this level, so the mind is so settled that it look like almost nothing, but still have a little bit of mental phenomena. It's so settled that you cannot practice insight meditation based on this jhana. So it can always see the characteristics of the mind, nature to connect. So, okay. Any question? So, I hope you understand a basic theory of arupajana. in the kitchen, I asked, I saw a bottle of cooking oil. I asked, can I get cooking oil? Then the cook in the kitchen said that no cooking oil inside the bottle. Then I say, no cooking oil, right? He said, no, negative. Then I asked the cook, may I get that bottle because I want to keep some medicine juice in medicine liquid in the bottle. And the cook replied, there are cooking wine inside. There are cooking wine inside. But earlier she said that no cooking wine in the bottle, because that means not enough cooking oil to use for eating. But when I asked for the bottle to keep my medicine inside the bottle, the cook replied, still have cooking oil inside. So that means you cannot keep medicine, liquid medicine, because still have a little bit of cooking oil inside. But here the same thing. Oh, it looks like there's no perception or no mind, but still have a little bit of mental phenomena. It's so subtle that it is the door of cessation of perception and feeling. We have the fourth arupa jhana is the door to the cessation of perception of feeling. So this is a higher spiritual attainment that can achieve only by non-returner and arahants. Normal people cannot achieve this level. We call it cessation of perception of feeling. Perception and feeling. So that means actually in our mental functions, perception and feeling are obvious. For that reason, using two mental functions. So keep the name Sanya, Virita, Nirodha. So that means even though we see perception and feeling, it represents mind and mental phenomena. Mind, it represents all the mind, citta, citta. So the four arupa jhana is the door to cessation attainment. Cessation attainment. So that means, so you trying to attain rupa and arupa jhana step by step. Then when you reach the fourth arupa jhana, then you go to cessation attainment. At that moment, your mind totally stop. Totally stop. There's no mind at all. So one can stay 70 as a human being, can stay 7 days. So it look like a dead body, you know, like a dead body. There's no mind at all. Only the material phenomena arises. So by that time, so there is no the material phenomena caused by the mind. Only material phenomena caused by our karma, our previous karma. So at that moment, so when you are sitting down, you look like that body. That body is sitting down. The only difference is the one who is during the cessation attainment have a warm feeling. That body, no warm feeling, right? So that's only different. So the Buddha said that for one who has attained cessation of perception of feeling, perception and feeling has ceased. So that means this cessation attainment can be achieved only non-returner and arahants, because it's so settled. It needs a lot of concentrations, very powerful concentrations. For normal people, Puthojana, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, their concentration is not so strong to achieve this level. Okay, any question? The fourth Arupajana. Mr. Agus.
Bhante.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Bhante.
Okay.
I would like to ask, just now you mentioned, Bhante mentioned that Nirodha Samapatti is attained only by Anagami or Arahat because need strong concentration.
Yeah.
But at my understanding, some Arahat doesn't have jhana even, Bhante.
You're right.
I mean, good jhana. Then, what is other reasons?
The reason is depends on their best karma.
No, I mean, some Arahants doesn't have strong jhana.
Yeah.
But they can enter the Nirodha Samapatti.
But so they cannot go. They cannot go to Nirodha Samapatti because without attaining the fourth Arupajana, you cannot achieve cessation attainment.
So it means Nirodha Samapatti can be attained by Anagami or Arahants who has the fourth jhana at least.
Yeah, you're right. Who have all the Rupa and Arupa jhana.
Yeah. It means not all Arahant and all Anagami can attain Nirodha Samapatti.
Cannot.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Regarding with the cessation attainment, we will learn in the fourth chapter in detail. Okay, Teacher Lily.
Yes, Bhante, there's one question posted here. Monks who burn themselves in meditation posture, are they in fourth Arupa jhana? I repeat, monks who burn themselves in meditation posture, are they in fourth Arupa jhana?
Burn themselves, right?
Yeah, burn themselves.
Burn themselves. So that means they want to kill themselves or?
Yes, that means they sit in a meditation posture and then they burn themselves. So are these monks who do that in their fourth Arupa jhana?
Oh no, nothing connected. Nothing connected. Actually, burning can be two types. If using how to say that, how can I corrosion, right? Corrosion. Then there's a killing ourselves. Another one is those who attain the fifth Rupa jhana. After attaining the fifth Rupa jhana, the one go to Abhidhamma means higher knowledge. Then they can determine their mind, may mind body how to say cremated itself, just like the Buddha. Just like Venerable Ananda. So Venerable Ananda, before he passes away, he determined his how to say he practiced, he go into jhana. Then when after attaining the fifth Rupa jhana, fine material jhana, then he go to Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma means the higher, how to say that, higher knowledge. Then he determine his mind body cremate itself and divided into two portions. One go to a group of relatives, another one go to another group of relatives. So this is a, how to say, banning one's own body with the help of vijnana, higher knowledge. It's nothing to do with arupajana. Okay. Do you have a question? If no question, then let's move to next lessons. So as I earlier said, that this is a beyond logical reasoning. So if you want to know Rupa and Arupajana, I think I want you to listen the Dhamma talk given by meditation masters, the real meditation masters. So then only you will have the first-hand experience. What I'm talking is from the book. Actually, for that reason, I'm trying to quote some of the sutta so that my discussion may not go wrong. Otherwise, so it will, even personal experience may be a little bit different from one maybe different, because we have a different formation of body and different mind. So even our meditation experience may be a little bit different. For that reason, we have to quote the suttas. Okay, so now we finish Rupa and Arupajanas. So regarding with Arupajana, we will 12 Arupajana, 5 wholesome, 5 resultant, and 5 functioning. Sorry, 4 kusala, 4 vipaka, 4 kriya. So here, the first one is the base of infinite space. So this is a meditation object. So when your mind concentrate on infinite space, then you attain the first Arupajana. If you are Buddhojana, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, it's called Kusala. If Arahant and the Buddha attain Arupajana, it's called functioning. So if somebody attain Arupajana, then he was born in the Arupa realm. So their mental state is called resultant. So the first one is the base of infinite space. Second one, the base of infinite consciousness. But here, infinite consciousness, that is contemplating on infinite space, right? Then the base of nothingness, So the base of nothingness here means, and you can see here, the moment one attains second Arupajana, there's no traces of the first Arupajana. There's no mental phenomena which is connected with space. So for that reason, so meditator just focus on nothingness of the traces of the first Arupajana during second Arupajana. Okay, so the base on nothingness, and the next one is the base of neither perception or non-perception. But here, or direct object, right? The concept of space, concept of infinite consciousness. Or here, second, you can look at second one, consciousness of infinite space. No? Then third one, concept of non-existence of the first Arupajana during second Arupajana. Here, Bhikkhu will use the word non-existence. Same, nothingness. Then consciousness of nothingness. But here, transcend object. You see my casa? Okay, good. But here, transcended object. The moment one attains the first arupa jhana, he transcends or he overcomes kasina. Earlier, meditator is contemplating on kasina object, on nimitta. The moment he attains the first arupa jhana, he overcomes it. Then second jhana overcome the concept of space, and third jhana overcome or transcend concept of infinite space. Then third jhana, the fourth jhana, concept of non-existence or nothingness. Okay, so these are 12 arupa vachara chetas, 4 kusala, 4 vipaka, 4 kriya. Now, so remember that, so we have a 15 rupa chetas, 5 kusala, 5 vipaka, 5 kriya. Among them, so we have a 3, the first rupa jhana, 3 second, and 3 third and fourth. So they are chetas accompanied by joy. So the fifth rupa jhana is chetas accompanied by equanimity. And all the 12 arupa chetas, so they are accompanied by equanimity. Okay, so altogether they are called Mahagata Cheta, 27 jhana consciousness. So they are called Mahagata, which means Asada Chetas, higher Chetas, attainable by only great people. So we have 50 Rupa Chetas and 12 Arupa Chetas, altogether 27. So now we go to next one. It's called 81 Lokiya Chetas. And we translate as a mundane consciousness. 81 Chetas. Actually, earlier we talked about 54 sincere consciousness and 27 Mahakata Chetas. Altogether 81. They are called Lokiya because they pertain to the world. So here, the world here means, so we have a 3 type of world: sensory world, fine material world, and immaterial world. So actually we already studied. So 54 chetas generally arise in the sensory world. And 50 chetas generally arise in the fine material world. And 12 chetas arises in the immaterial world. So actually these 81 chetas are connected with 3 type of worlds, one way or another. So they cannot transcend these worlds. So they are called mundane consciousness. So they are 54 Kamavajra Chetas, sincere consciousness, and 50 Rupa Vajra Chetas, fine material consciousness, and 12 Arupa Vajra Chetas, immaterial sphere consciousness, altogether 81. So they are called Lokiya Chetas, or mundane consciousness, because these chetas cannot transcend 3 worlds. So that means the way we think normally as a human beings, we are living in the Kamavajra sensory realms. So the way we think based on the senses. So when we see, when we are thinking about a person, so we are based on our sensory input. So we cannot transcend, right? Even we are talking about arupa jhanas. So as a normal people, it's difficult to imagine because our thinking is based on the senses. We cannot transcend. But here, arupa jhana, they transcend the body, perception of the body. Just work on the mind and concept. So for that reason, it will be difficult for us because we are living in the kama vachara loka, sensory worlds. Then, so they are actually 81 logia chetas. So they are connected with 3 types of worlds. Now, actually, last night I'm SMS in the chat group to study page number 35, 43, 47. I hope you already digested. So then I'm not going in detail because it's not difficult. So when you read the book and you trying to calculate, then it will be easier. But here, when you look at this one, so we have a 5 type of feeling: joy feeling, somanasa, equanimity feeling, upekkha, displeasure feeling, domanassa, pleasure feeling, sukha, pain feeling, dukkha. So we analyze 81 mundane chetas by way of feeling. So actually this is an important part in the exam. So the examiner will analyze 81 mundane chetas by way of feeling. So you have to do this. But it's not difficult when you use your analytical, how to say, thinking. It's not difficult. The first of all, you look at, we have it here. So we have a, in the above, you will see that WS. Here, WS means sense sphere, Kama Vachra. But here, 5 material sphere. 5 material sphere, right? FMS. The IS here means immaterial sphere. Immaterial sphere. But here, actually this one is supramundane. Supramundane. This one is not included. Actually, I forgot. Actually, this one is not included here. So we have to analyze only 3. Since sphere and 5 material and immaterial. Forgot about this one, the last one. Supramundane. Actually, we haven't finished yet. Then here we have a 80 joint feeling in the sense sphere chetas, man sense sphere chetas. Then you look at page number 35. Page number 35, then you will see that we have a chart that talk about feeling akusala chetas. Among akusala chetas, we have how many joint feeling? Only 4, right? Only 4 joint feeling. Then you look at page number 43. Page number 43. Then you look at ahituka chetas, rootless chetas. Then you look at how many joint feeling inside. Only 2, right? Only 2. Then 4 and 2 altogether 6. Altogether 6. Now 6, right? Then you look at page number 47. page number 47. How many joint feelings? So in the chart, you will see 4, right? You will see 4, but that is 4 in among the kusala, there's a 4 joint feeling. Then among the vipaka, 4 joint feeling. Then in kriya, 4 joint feeling. Altogether, 12. And 12 and the other 6, earlier 6, will be 18. So there will be 18 joint feeling in the sense sphere consciousness, among sense sphere consciousness, right? 18. Then we will 12 joint feeling in 5 material consciousness, rupa, rupa jhana chetas. As I earlier said that, the first 3 jhana, second 3, third and fourth, so they are joint feeling. So altogether 3 multiplying 4, altogether 12, right? 12 joint feeling. So in the immaterial sphere consciousness, there's no joint feeling. So they are all together, or they all are accompanied by equanimity. Okay, you look at equanimity feeling. Then go back to page number 35. Page number 35. Among 12 akusala, how many equanimity feeling? How many equanimity feeling? 6, right? 6 equanimity feeling. Then you look at page number 43. Sorry, page number 43. Among ahituka chetas, how many equanimity feeling? So when you look at that one, so there will be 14, altogether 14 equanimity feeling, and 40 and 6, altogether 20, right? 20. Then look at page number 47, and there will be 12 equanimity feeling, 12 and 20, altogether 32, right? 32. Then go to rupa, 5 material, rupa. So with 3, right? 3 equanimity feeling. And all the 12 are rupa, equanimity feeling. So 32 and 3, 35. And 35 and 20, 12, so that means 47, right? 47. Altogether 47. Yeah, 47. Actually, I have to change my chart because it's a mix-up with the supramundane one. So later I will edit, then I will let you know. So we have only 2 displeasure feeling, right? Displeasure feeling. So it's a man, domanassa, dosa mula cheda. And with only 1 pleasure feeling, sukha. It is a man ahituka chetas. And with only 1 pain feeling, man ahituka chetas. So altogether 81. Actually here my numbers are mixed up, then I will edit later part, let you know. So what I want you to know is, look at those pages, then you see how many joint feeling, how many equanimity feeling. It's not easy, not difficult, not difficult. And if you need a little bit of practice, then you close your eye, how many joint feeling in akusala, how many joint feeling in ahituka, then you can visualize, very easy. Okay, another one is, we analyze 81 mundane chetas. Here 82, 81. Sorry, there are a lot of typing error. There are a lot of 81 mundane citas by way of kind. So we have four kinds of citas. Unwholesome or kusala, wholesome kusala, and functional kriya. So we analyze 81 by way of kind or chadi. So we have only 12 akusala, only 12. So we have 17 wholesome, 70 kusala. But here also I add supramundane. So we have to take out this one. So this one also typo error. So we have a 70 kusala chetas, 8 kusala chetas among sense-sphere consciousness, 5 wholesome in the rupa, 4 wholesome in the arupa. So altogether 70. We have 32 resultant chetas. Among sense-sphere, 23. 23 here me. So you go back to page number 47, 43. Ahituka chetas. So we have 7 unwholesome resultant and 8 wholesome resultant. 7 and 8 altogether. 7 and 8 altogether 15, right? Sorry. Altogether 15, yes. 50 resultant cheta. Then 15. Then look at page number 47. So we have 8 vipaka chetas. 8 mahavipaka cheta. 50 and 8. 23, right? 23. A man since fear 23 vipaka cheta, Prasadan chetas. And 5 in rupa. 5 vipaka cheta in rupa chetas. And 4 vipaka chetas in arupa. So altogether 32. 32. So we have 20 kriya chetas, 11 in sense sphere realm. 11 me 3 kriya chetas in ahituka. So we have 8 mahakriya chetas. 8 mahakriya chetas. Then 3 and 8, 11. And we have 5 kriya chetas in rupa and 4 kriya cheta in arupa. Altogether 20. Altogether 20. So it's not difficult, but you need a little bit of practice. So you're trying to go back to the pages, as I earlier said, the page number 35, 43, 47, 55, 64. Then it will be easier for you. So here, I will edit my chart and I will give it to you. So today, we finished 81 mundane chetas. 81 mundane chetas. So now, coming Monday, we'll talk about Lokottara cheta, supra mundane one. Magga and Phala cheta. Okay, if you have a question, you can ask one question. If you still have a question. Okay, only one. Who should I choose? Maybe I will choose a new one. Annie.
Hello, Bhante.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to ask about just curious.
referring to the Mahaparinibbana Sutta.
Okay.
So Buddha, before he went into Parinibbana, he went into the cessation of feelings and perception. Then he went into the Arupa Jhana, and then to the Rupa Jhana, through and forth. But
Yes.
how come there's no mention of he going into Vipassana Jhana?
No need Vipassana because he's going to die. For him, no need to practice Vipassana.
Oh, so he already attained. So there's no need for him to
No need,
go.
no need. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, you're welcome. So, okay, so time is up. Let's close our lessons. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagavakata kecho parakato palawiriya samangi dan sukatan saranatamu pemi ragawi ragama ninjama sokan dhamma masangata mapatikulan Marura mimam kunan suvipadan Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yata cha de namaha palamahu Chatu su si su puri sayuge su atacha ogala dhammata sate sangami mansaranatamu pemi sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay, see you on Monday.